Brushing your teeth. It's a mundane, everyday ritual for billions across the globe. You pick up your brush, apply some paste, and spend a couple of minutes scrubbing away. But have you ever stopped to think about the incredible journey this seemingly simple tool has taken? It's a story far wilder and more fascinating than you might imagine, stretching back millennia and evolving from crude sticks to high-tech gadgets. Today, we're diving deep into that astonishing history. We'll trace the toothbrush's remarkable transformation from its ancient, rudimentary origins, where it literally involved chewing on twigs, to the sophisticated smart devices of the 21st century that connect to your phone via Bluetooth. Get ready for From Boar Hair to Bluetooth, the wild story of the toothbrush. Our story begins around 3500 BCE, in the cradle of civilization. Ancient Babylonians and Egyptians, recognizing the need for oral hygiene, developed what we now call chew sticks. These weren't brushes in the modern sense, but rather thin twigs or branches with frayed ends used to rub against teeth to remove food particles and plaque. Archaeologists have even found evidence of these early oral care tools preserved in ancient Egyptian tombs. But chew sticks weren't the only early innovation. Other ancient cultures employed a variety of materials for rudimentary oral care. Imagine using coarse animal hair, flexible reeds, or even sharp porcupine quills as crude cleaning devices. Some also used abrasive mixtures of crushed bones, oyster shells, or even burnt eggshells, rubbing them on their teeth with their fingers or cloths to achieve a cleaner feel. The first bristle toothbrush, something we'd recognize as a precursor to our modern design, emerged not in the West, but in China. Records indicate its invention during the Tang Dynasty, sometime between 619 and 907 AD, with later refinements noted in 1498. These groundbreaking brushes featured bristles sourced from the backs of hogs, particularly from colder regions like Siberia and northern China, where the harsh climate produced notably stiff, coarse hairs. These early Chinese bristle brushes attached these stiff boar hairs to handles crafted from bone or bamboo. While they were a significant step forward in cleaning effectiveness, boar bristles had their drawbacks. They could be notoriously rough on sensitive gums, were prone to retaining bacteria due to their porous nature, didn't dry efficiently, and often shed hairs into the user's mouth. The concept of the bristle toothbrush eventually made its way to Europe in the 17th century, harried by sea traders from China. However, Europeans didn't universally embrace the stiff hog bristles. Many found them too harsh and instead preferred softer alternatives, such as horsehair or even more delicate materials like feathers for their oral hygiene routines. Before the arrival of bristle brushes, Europeans had their own methods, often rubbing their teeth with rough rags dipped in salt or soot. The shift to bristle brushes was gradual, but it was happening. An early written account of a European acquiring a toothbrush comes from the autobiography of Anthony Wood, an Oxford antiquarian, who recorded purchasing one from a J. Barrett in 1690. Fast forward to 1870 in England, and we encounter the man largely credited with creating the first mass-produced toothbrush, William Addis of Clerkenwell. Legend has it that Addis, while in prison for causing a riot in 1770, observed how prison guards cleaned with brushes. He conceived the idea of drilling holes into a bone, perhaps from his dinner, and inserting bristles obtained from a sympathetic jailer, securing them with glue. Upon his release, Addis wasted no time. He established a business manufacturing and selling his newfangled toothbrushes in London, initially using cowtail fare and later horse and boar bristles. His innovative approach to mass production made him very wealthy. The company he founded, Wisdom Toothbrushes, now Addis Housewares, remarkably continued to produce toothbrushes, staying in his family until 1996. Across the Atlantic, America was catching up. The first U.S. patent for a toothbrush was granted to H.N. Wadsworth on November 7, 1857. His improved design also featured Siberian boar hair bristles set into a bone handle. Mass production of toothbrushes in America then began in earnest around 1885, making the tool more accessible to the growing population. A monumental leap in toothbrush technology occurred in 1938 in England, forever changing the landscape of oral hygiene. Thanks to Wallace H. Carothers' invention of nylon in 1937, DuPont and Nemours introduced the first nylon bristled toothbrush. It was aptly named Dr. West's Miracle Toothbrush. And truly, it was a miracle compared to its predecessors. Nylon bristles quickly proved superior. They were stronger, more durable, and crucially, far more hygienic than animal hairs, as they were less likely to harbor bacteria and dried much faster. The widespread adoption of nylon toothbrushes in America received a significant boost after World War II, as returning soldiers brought home the disciplined daily dental hygiene habits they had learned in the Army. While manual toothbrushes saw continuous improvements, the mid-20th century heralded the dawn of a new era, the electric toothbrush. The very first electric toothbrush was designed in Switzerland in 1939, initially intended for patients with limited motor skills. However, the first mass-marketed electric toothbrush in America didn't arrive until 1960, introduced by the Squibb Company under the name Broxident. These early electric toothbrushes, like the Broxident, were often quite clunky, featuring plug-in motors that required a direct electrical outlet connection. This made them somewhat cumbersome and not always ideal for the typical bathroom environment. GE did introduce a portable electric toothbrush with NiCad batteries in the 1960s, but it was still bulky and suffered from a short, non-replaceable battery life. The 80s and 90s saw significant technology. This period introduced innovative designs and modes of action, moving beyond just simple back-and-forth motions. Sonic tickets at high frequencies to create fluid dynamics that clean beyond just bristle contact was a major breakthrough introduced in the 1990s, dramatically improving cleaning effectiveness. Further advancements brought us oscillating rotating brushes, mimicking professional dental tools, and even ultrasonic toothbrushes, which use high-frequency waves to break up plaques silently. Modern electric toothbrushes are now packed with features like rechargeable batteries, ergonomic designs, built-in timers to ensure 2 minutes of brushing, and pressure sensors to prevent users from brushing too hard, protecting gums and enamel. But the story doesn't end there. The 21st century ushered in the smart toothbrush era, truly integrating cutting-edge technology into our daily oral care. Many of these smart toothbrushes are equipped with Bluetooth connectivity, allowing them to wirelessly sync with smartphone apps. This real-time connection transforms brushing from a chore into an interactive, data-driven experience. The features packed into these Bluetooth brushes are incredible. They provide real-time feedback on your brushing technique, including duration, pressure, and coverage, often showing you a virtual map of your mouth. Apps offer personalized oral care plans, track your habits over time, suggest areas to focus on, and can even alert you when it's time for a brush head replacement or a dental checkup. Some even integrate AI for advanced 3D tracking and gamification to make brushing fun, especially for kids. From ancient twigs chewed for freshness to sophisticated smart devices analyzing your every stroke, the toothbrush has undergone an extraordinary evolution. It's a testament to humanity's continuous and relentless quest for better health and hygiene. So the next time you pick up your toothbrush, whether it's a simple manual or a high-tech smart brush, take a moment to appreciate the wild, winding, and truly remarkable history you hold in your hand.